Hey, how's everybody doing out there? What's up, Jay, Brennan, Sahib? How you all doing? We are going to try to jump into this relatively quickly. I don't think we have a ton to talk about. If you think we do, you let me know in the chat. Let me know the sound. My OBS really messed up some sound stuff the other day. Had to completely re-record a video when I went to edit it. It is what it is. It was a pretty frustrating experience, and I think I got it all sorted, but you can let me know. Hear a little music in the background. Left this up. As you can see, this is the infamous unit card that you all helped me come up with a good solution. Kabam's customer service was like, yeah, we can't return that. We can't return that. What do you mean? It was $4.99. Like, I don't even need my money back. Please just take the units. But they couldn't do it apparently. And you all helped me come up with a great solution, which was to spend those units on a profile picture. And we got a pretty badass one, if you ask me. So apologize for missing the stream last Friday. As you probably know, that my default stream schedule is going to be Wednesday and Friday, right around this time, sometime between 10:30 and 11, something like that. And as now I'm streaming, I can still hear it. I'm still not fully over. When I get sick, I tend to stay sick for a lot of time. So I think that's part of why it seems like I'm sick so frequently. So, but I'm feeling better. And I felt good enough to stream, and I didn't think it'd be too bad. But you all will let me know. If it is, we'll just cancel. We'll cut the stream short or something like that. This is my alliance. Things are going exceptionally well. We do have a 30th member, or 30th person who's supposed to join. I think they might be having some real life stuff come up, and I feel badly for them. I want to support them. And if they aren't able to join, we do have a pretty lengthy wait list. We have a pretty lengthy wait list. But don't hesitate if you're interested in this alliance. This is the best time to get in, because as we get the war rating up, I'm sure more and more people. In fact, we had 2 recruits drop out because of the new war map that they're testing out there, and the radiance. And people are like, "Hey, we really want the radiance." So it's like, I can't blame you, man. That's fine. And so people on the wait list might not always be able to join too. Although shout out to Marcus for being like, yeah, man, I want to get in on the ground floor. Let's do this. So say hello to a few more people. I feel you. Gavmaster, what's up? BGs is such a roller coaster. I've got. Okay, I'll talk about that for a second, dude. Hey, what's up, Ace? How you doing, man? Free to play life. I'm sure this is extremely frustrating. I think I'm now at the point too where my free to play experience is now dramatically deviating from the normal. And when I do my videos and things like that, I will address that, and I'm not going to argue that. And I'll explain that here in a second. But I think being part of this alliance has now dramatically altered the possibilities, because it is some RNG. How do I get myself on the wait list? Jay, basically we just got to chat, man. And then as of right now, we're still trying to figure out a better system for this. I think what we're going to do, because there is a Discord server set up to host the alliance, and then a few other people who have gotten to know over years, and they're part of it too. And so I think what we're going to do is eventually get folks to be able to join that server, kind of see if it's a good fit, that kind of thing too, because we are looking for personality fit. But as of right now, basically it's live streams, man. As I say here on the tab for the alliance, is come by, tell me you're interested in. We did kind of have a rule there to have 2 rank 4 champions, because that is what a super active free-to-play player could have right now. But we have relaxed that, because I don't think we're at the point where we require that. It just needs to be really, really understood that this is not a retirement alliance. This is active players who just don't want to play tier 1 either right now or wanting a break from it. But this is active players. Hey, PPG, what's up, dude? Great to see you here, man. After wailing on hard fire, I think I actually reached the point where rosters outmatch skill and BGs to a great extent. Here, you know what we're going to do is, while we chat, speaking of BGs, we're going to do BGs on this account. It's actually really fun. I don't know how much my opponents enjoy it. Some people kick my ass. You can tell some people are like, maybe this is an alt, or they're just taking their time through the game, but they really get the game. Like, they know matchups, they know abilities and that sort of thing. And but there are other just new players, like they're just new, and this is another reason why I think my free to play experience is really different than someone who just starts the game and plays free. Is you can tell they don't know the interactions, they don't know the animations, things like that. Okay, this person's probably going to destroy me, but let's stay in because I've Taha, if you're watching, thanks for being here, but I've beaten accounts like this. And my sense is a large part of it is they enjoy the game, they're coming through the game, but maybe they're pretty new still. And so they don't know all the interactions and the animations and things like that. But they know who's quote unquote good, you know, like maybe they've watched my videos or someone else's. And so they've learned who's good and they play some like drafting Bullseye. Again, Taha might know exactly what they're doing. I've beaten accounts like this and I can tell that's why is they just don't know. It's not their fault. As I can tell, as I'm talking more, I can tell I still am pretty sick. If it gets too bad, you guys let me know. I'm not going to keep bringing it up. You guys tell me if you're like, hey dude, just stop. Yeah, we're going to get destroyed here. I'm not going to reroll because we are facing a significant deck difference here. This is going to be my first loss in a while. I've been destroying. And I would quit out, but we use Elder's Marks, and I want to support my alliance. Stink, what's up, dude? C1 push, you know it, baby. Starts today. The longest journeys start with a single step, man. The longest journeys. I've never been on one, but that's what I'm told. I read it in a lot of books. And I eat a lot of like Chinese restaurants, so I've got a lot of fortune cookies. Stink, man. Stink shows up, and all of a sudden the ridiculousness starts coming out. Sombra, what's up? Alliance mates. Speaking of alliance mates, there they are, right there. Carlos, what's up, dude? It's going great. Awakening. Chulo, I like that. What's up, Chulo? That's awesome, dude. Let's see here, man. Let's see here. We got problems. We got 99 problems and no solutions, man. Also, it really hurts I'm over 300, not even in Mysterium. Oh, okay, yeah, Gabmaster. So, BGs. As much as I told myself and you all, I was like, hey, I'm gonna take this season completely off. Like, I've got some catching up to do. Like, hopefully you all saw my my how to fight Zola video. If you did and you have feedback, let me know. The video is actually, so it's interesting from like a YouTuber's perspective. I can see the watch duration. The watch duration on the video is actually very, very good. So my sense is that people have enjoyed it. And so I hope that's true and found it helpful. It's the first time I've tried to do a video like that. It is a shorter video, I think, for those who know my videos. And also, you know, how to fight is a whole thing. And I can see from the comments that some people took the wrong ideas. There's not much I can do about that, but I can try to learn. It's like, I guess what I mean by that is, there's not much I can do if someone, shouldn't have tapped into that. If someone doesn't watch the whole video, so they come away with the wrong idea. But still, I can learn from it. But we're going to continue next week. In fact, I'll put up a poll relatively soon for which champion is next. And that's what I'm doing. Oh, I said I wasn't going to take Battlegrounds too seriously. But, like, I'm competitive. I like to be as healthily competitive as I possibly can. I'm sure like most of you. And so while I'm not going full in and playing too much, I did find myself in Mysterium, and I was sitting on materials to rank 4 2 champions. And so I was like, I gotta do this. So I did. And I thought, you know, I'm doing pretty well. And I got myself into, I had fallen out because I hadn't played for 3 or 4 days. I had fallen out of Mysterium and I was down in Quantum. And okay, this player clearly knows what they're doing. I'll just die really quickly on the next fight and we'll move on. But I didn't play it, and then I played the new meta, and like most things, I wasn't very good at it because I hadn't played. And I was like, well, this meta's dumb. I hate it. If I'm not good at it, obviously it's dumb. And then I watched a little bit of some stream. I don't know. I was at lunch. I was watching some streams, and I'm you know, if you were there, you probably saw me say hello. And so I did some matches, and I actually started doing really well. And I climbed back into Mysterium. So I took 2 champions to rank 4 that I wanted to anyway, but the meta helped me decide. And dude, I've just gotten like pummeled. Like, I've had some great fights, and you're gonna see them in some videos. But I've had people like, and I'm talking like arcane, pull out stuff where I'm like, dude, how do I actually had to go to the CCP and have Metal Sonic Dude explain to me, and I was like, I want to be clear, I am not accusing this person of cheating. Like, I want to know how they did this. And it was MSD who was like, okay, they did this, and this. And I was like, shit, that's awesome, dude. So I think my whale account with more rank 4s than I had literally the week before is now at the highest level of arcane or the lowest level of quantum. Sometimes it's just like who you face, man. Like, there's so much RNG. I also had multiple matchups where my opponent flat out beat me. Like, I want to be clear. Like, it doesn't annoy me anymore because I'm like, whatever, they're them. But like, when people lose, they're like, well, you know, if the AI hadn't been so bad, and you're like, what do you think the AI was like on the other side, man? Like, you're acting like the defender killed themselves for your opponent. Like, everyone had to fight a hard AI, man. That's just how it went. That's the game. Like, yeah, it's like if you played someone in basketball, and like, if you hadn't blocked all my shots, I probably would have made some. And you're like, yes, and that's why I won. Yes, but if that makes you feel better, you go for it. Anyways, sorry to hear about your Battlegrounds experience, man. Let's say hello to a few more people. If this next Battlegrounds match is like this, where I'm just outmatched, we'll move on. We'll get to the content. Very excited for the Titan pool change. So, dude, Awaken Chulo, man. I was very tempted. That was the other reason why I took the champs to rank 4, because I was going to hold on to them. I was going to hold on to 2, the mats for 2, because I'm going to do an account tour video on Thursday. Kind of just catch up. We've had some massive sales. Some big stuff's going on. We got the big Titan change I'm saving for. So it just felt like a good time to kind of like, hey, here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm doing. Here's where I've ranked up. You know, people I think enjoy that, but they also can like learn a little bit for their own rank ups and stuff. And I was sitting there, man. And you know, boredom, man. Boredom is the breeding place for bad ideas, dude. Right? That's why parents are always trying to put their kids in activities and stuff, right? Because we were kids too. And even though we're not kids anymore, we're still like, when I'm bored, man, that's when the bad ideas come up. That's when like the shit that's gonna get me in trouble comes up, right? And so I'm like, you know what I should do? You know, it would be a great video. I bet people would love this video. Is if I opened up all my Titan shots. I have 122,000. I've got a Nexus. People would love that video. I should do that. And fortunately, rational thinking kept coming back time and time again. And I was like, man, you just clearly are bored and you want to put out a video that you will literally regret the second you film it. Like, I took a look at the pool again, and I was like, man, if I pull Red Hulk, or if I pull like Deadly Origins, whatever the hell her name is, if I pull her again, if I pull that nonsense again, I'm gonna be so upset with myself. So I was basically like, just wait. Zola will still be, because I also did the video on how to fight Zola, and I was like, I really like this champ, man. He's really cool. Like, I see it, I get it. Like, and if I can get him awakened, you know, it's like he'll still be there. So will Spider Jess, and like, I want Bastion. If I pull Bastion, like straight to R4. Like, I'm just doing it, man. I'm all about that, man. I was very difficult for me to not, what was it, like $500 to get Bastion? I was like, shit, I really want to get this guy. And I could just have him, you know, but I was like, no, man, I don't feel like spending $500. Anyways, so there we are. I'm not sure what the point of all that was, but I found it very funny and interesting to tell you. What do you guys think? Red Guardian? No. We got to go with Wongers, dude. We got to go with the Wongers. They designed Bastion. That's AJ. Thank you for saying it. I feel so bad saying it because Bastion's clearly a good-looking man, dude. That is a silver fox, man. Like whenever they were coming up with the term silver fox, they were clearly looking at Bastion, and I'm like, I'm just trying to hold it down like that guy, man. I'm not doing it nearly as well as he is. I'm just trying to hold it down, you know. Just keep things good, keep them proper, and yeah. I have two stacked rosters, there's 5, not worth fighting. So, dude, I'm not gonna like. You can say that, and I think it totally makes sense. I think me saying it, I need to make it abundantly clear. I am not complaining. I have one of those stacked rosters, but I am fighting rosters where I'm like, holy shit, man! You've got Yelena Belova. Like, how? What the hell is that? Or like they've got Bastion, or they've got all these champions. Okoye, everyone's got Okoye. I'm like the only. I feel like the only player. And does everyone else here have an Okoye? Am I the only one who does not have her? Because it feels like that. I'd love to pull an Okoye, but no, I got Black Widow deodorant instead, man. Game was like, here, how about discount Okoye? Would you like that? This is the kit we were gonna give Black Widow Deadly Origin if we had decided to buff her. But we wanted to make a Okoye instead because she's cooler. It's just like, god damn, man. I would have liked that, you know? I would have liked it a lot. You know, Old Man Easy, thank you, man. Someone else out there, Old Man Easy's always got my back, man. OG Highline, I don't even have a Okoye. Thank you. See, not a shock. 2 of my oldest, longest tenured, most supportive viewers ever coming in strong for me. Thank you very much. This is probably some of the worst Dragon Man gameplay in the history of Dragon Man. Stupid ass Hyperion, man. What's up, bro? How you doing, buddy? Thanks a lot for that membership, buddy. No Okoye for me. Really? Oh, but you do have Bastion? Sambo rubbing it in, man. Rubbing it in. Turns out, Battlegrounds, even on this account, not a good idea to be chit-chatting. We're just gonna tank this stuff, see what happens. I wasn't quick enough. You do have a zoo. Yeah, okay, there we go. Thank you, Old Man Easy, for bringing it back. You like literally threw the life vest out for me, but you like hit me in the head and knocked me out with it just now. Coming in strong. Yeah, that's right. Oh man. OG Highland, we haven't said that in forever, man. I used to abuse that word or that line. I still abuse phenomenal to the point where like people still. It'll be like someone who's never commented on a video will be like, play a drinking game. Every time he said phenomenal, I took a shot. I'm like, oh man, you're gonna be in the emergency room. Don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. Not paying attention gets you here. Razor 4? Next season's gonna be crazy with declining matches. Now that I hope so, man. It is weird for me when I see a match decline. I'm like, what were you doing 0.5 seconds prior that you were ready for a Battlegrounds match that has now changed things for you? Like, what happened in your life? Like, what sort of emergency has now come upon you that now you have to get to the phone? Like, I don't know, it just feels weird. Ooh, that's not going to be an easy punish. Is he shock immune in this form? This dude's got like more resistances than there exists in the game. I think they had to add resistances for him. That's where the that Hulkbuster relic really comes in handy. Come on, dude. having to use my having to use that heavy is really not good. I'm gonna try to make it, just go for the reparry and finish him. What a dick, dude. I was clearly holding block. It's clearly holding block. And they say there's no built-in heavy bias for him. Sure. We believe you. Yeah, and yes, we'll also get into your van. You have candy? Oh, yeah, sounds good. Hey, man, I'm watching YouTube and sometimes miss the accept button. Leave me alone. Chop, what's up, dude? What are you talking about? Did I make a joke? I can tell, like, almost within seconds of talking to you all, I realize I'm still not okay. When I get sick, I tend to stay sick for quite a while. Then I can tell I'm not all right. But we'll have fun regardless. So if I said something that you're responding to, you let me know. Hey, TC, what's up, dude? It's happened fairly frequently for me that between queuing up for a match and getting match, I had to answer a call or something. It's just a feature that's nice to have, but definitely won't be missed. That's interesting, man. So you're telling me that like the countdown, like literally right now, you're fine. Then this comes up and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go. Like that, it happens frequently. Are you like an emergency room doctor? Are you like, I'm not trying to pry into your personal information, but it feels like your life, and I know TC for quite a while, so I feel comfortable with this. There are a lot of last second things coming up that I'm just a dad. I work by myself from home. I stream to you from my garage. There's not a lot of like timely stuff happening in my life. It's a very unexciting life. And so I guess I just have difficulty understanding the realities of someone with like a more, on the spot sort of thing, man. I just beat 6.2 on a 3-day old account, PC only support. Oh, hell yeah, Chop. Congrats, man. Oh, I should pick a champ. Vega, what are your thoughts on increasing the amount of bans to like 5 in GC since we have so many? Okay, so Gab, I am recording the best champions for Battlegrounds tier list. It's time for the update. And that'll actually go out on Saturday. Yeah, we're doing the whole thing. So Sunday is going to be like Showcase Sunday. I haven't come up with a clever name for Saturday, but I have been convinced by many smart people who have been very helpful to me. In fact, shout out to B McG. This is B Shirt. One of the really smart people who I'm like, guys, I've had a lot of fun with my channel. I have a great time with my channel. That is not going away. But I want to be more like intentional about it. I really do. Like I made that decision while I was in Japan. I was like, when I come back, if I'm going to keep going, because I did think about walking away. I was like, I want to be more intentional about it. I want to build something even more than we've built, or have what we've built be even more intentional than what we got right now. And so I thought out the advice of some people I really respected. I like the way they ran their channel and things like that. I felt like I could learn a lot from them. And B is one of them. And he talked to me about like scheduling my videos and helping people kind of like get an idea of like, so I was like, I don't want to schedule people. He's like, no, it's not about like scheduling people. I'm like, I hate that about like, that's one of the many reasons I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook or whatever. It's like, I don't want to like program my viewers. He's like, it's not programming them. It's more like you're letting them know when to expect something so they can look forward to it or make the time for it or whatever. And that made a lot of sense to me and I appreciated it. And so Saturdays are going to be like, they're not all going to be tier lists because I don't want to force tier lists. Like I have a lot of ideas that I think some will be fun. Some will be like informative, like some will be informative, like the general tier list obviously we do every month. The Battlegrounds tier list we do every month. This last Saturday, I did like the best champions for like new players, like literally new players. I could tell some people didn't fully get that. Like, Old Man Easy, you got it, and I saw you kind of be helpful to someone in the comments. I appreciated you doing that. Be like, I don't remember who they suggested, but it was a champion who like is very good, but you needed quite a bit more game knowledge on how to use them well. So they'd be good for like a newer account if you know the game well. And this was about You don't really know the game that well. Like you're learning the game. So if anyone has a good idea for those Saturdays, let me know. Need to focus up a bit because this could get ugly if I don't. Dick Sasquatch. I really wanted to keep that trauma going. You know, we're gonna take our time. This is not the ideal way to do this. But yeah, see, I figured he'd go into Wrath, so this works. Oh, that's not good. Alright. Yeah, this isn't gonna go so hot. Not only to have the gameplay air, but this is why we talk about the 7 stars just being so much better, because I don't think this was ranked at all. But Red Guardian wasn't going to be able to crit through or do anything. It's not even awakened. It's bad. Oh, good. See, as a YouTuber, I love seeing newer players who know what they're doing, right? Because like when you beat someone like this, that's like just gonna frustrate them. And I really don't want to be the source of their frustration or like part of it. B is such a gem. B is awesome, man. Yeah, I know you follow this channel. Hey Rick, try to rephrase that, but because I don't fully understand what you're saying, man. I'm sure it's really clear, I just don't get it. All right, let's see if we can win this matchup. We'll keep going. If not, we'll just quit out. Damn, that willpower must be annoying fighting with Red Guardian. Ooh, dude, so the Red Guardian won the poll, or he was massively winning. For I left it up for Showcase Sunday, which I'm sure you'll be shocked to know there'll be a showcase coming out on Sunday, and it is going to be Red Guardian. He was winning with like 40% of the poll with 4 options, and he gets through willpower all right, man. When you got him ranked up, he's not bad at punching up, but that was a 6-star, I think, ranked 2 on Awakened versus 7-star. Like, that's just, it's not gonna happen. I forgot that my Scorpion's not Awakened. This could get bad. Not too bad. She didn't go unblockable. Did not mean to do that. Probably should have left that alone. I don't remember what their matchup on the other side looked like. What do we got here? 7-star Gentle is just gonna destroy me. It like, although if I place Nimrod, these are 6 stars. It's a 7-star. It's a 7-star unawakened Morb. Won't Magneto? I can't remember Magneto into Nimrod interaction. It's been so long. Think. Okay, I don't. Yeah. I didn't want to say that loud in case they were watching. No clue how to fight Gentle. If I will eventually learn, this kind of part of my like the how to fight My Discord server helped me come up with the term. How to slay like a boss or how to cook like a boss. If I find he's a fairly difficult defender, it's more than just like this one trick, then I will make a video on how to fight gentle too. I know there's something you need to do, I just don't know what it is. Every 15 hits he goes unstable. What is that though? Is that like unstoppable or? I've now got daunted on me, so that's not good. I'm really worried about this guy going unstable, man. Come on, dude, throw it. This guy's got one of those ironic nicknames, right? Like, I don't think it's in his bio, but this guy's definitely a Mexican, in my opinion. Because those people, like, they be naming, like, the skinny people Gordo. You know what I mean? This guy is not gentle. He's a bit like Thing. Just have to watch Gentle's Unstoppable. Oh! Oh, we were so close. All right. Let's say hello to everybody, and then let's get into the questing. Just so... Oh, it's unstoppable. Dude, I think that's a high sig Nimrod, too. I pulled the 6-star. So I've gotten really excited about that one, but I haven't had a chance to really rank him up. All right, let's get into the questing. Say hello to everyone we haven't said hello to. Gabe, is Scorpion a champ worth leveling unawakened? Yes, absolutely. Do you think it's Ekans? Do you think it's worth ranking 7-star Prowler unawakened? Yeah. Short answer is yes if you really like him. I believe I've really covered that in a couple of videos. It may have just been a lot of conversations on stream and in Discord servers. I would not personally, just my own personal, I would not take him to the highest, like even rank 3 without being able to take him to a high sig if Battlegrounds is important to you. It really helps him become significantly more of a nuke. How come I didn't use SB2 with Scorp? I don't know, man. Well, he's not awakened, so he's not going to get any healing, but yeah, that would have helped him out with the power gain for sure. B is the reason I gave Northstar and Bill a try, and now I have them both at R3's content is great. He really knows the game exceptionally well. B's just not super active with his channel, because I think a lot of you know, he works full-time, and then he's a full-time student as well. But yeah, I got to know him well, I think at 4 Loki. I think I was already kind of aware of him, I think. And I got to know him a lot better at 4 Loki, and there's nothing like war for the camaraderie and stuff. Can't stay for long, but best of luck with the free-to-play grind. Thank you. My next star 4 is out between Patriot and Sable. Dude, love it. Love the commitment to those 2 champions, man. Is Luma Trick? No champion's worth $100. Like, it's just as a flat in a vacuum? No. Is that the deal? Did that deal just come out? Should we reset the game and take a look at the deal? Chop didn't have electricity with late people stream. Sorry, man. I'm glad you got your electricity back. Prowler and Awaken is the same utility this damage. Yeah, that's right. Dropping thousands of milligrams is crazy to me. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like, I'm not going to yuck someone's yum. I have, at points in time in this game, spent significant amounts of money. And that was a lot of fun. But as a YouTuber giving like flat advice, like if the question had been, hey man, I just got a bonus at work for 20K. I want to blow off a little money, man. Should I buy Lumitrix? Is he good? I'd be like, yeah, Lumitrix is really, really good. But like, if the question is just a flat, is Lumitrix worth $100? Nah, no champion in the game's worth $100. None. Like, just as far as like the economy the game itself is set up, like, no champion is necessary, you know? If maybe one day they created a fight where you had to have a single champion, and that's like what the game was actually like way back when. You hear a lot of us talk about like a Mr. Sinister that was absurd. It would still, like, something's wrong with that game if it's costing you $100 just to get down a single fight, but it's a different formatting, if that makes sense. Hey, Tobias, what's up, man? Skill sharpening Saturdays. The thing is, it's still going to be a lot of tier lists. It's a lot of tier list ranking stuff. But I like where you're going with that. Skill up Saturday? Maybe skill up. Ranking the best beers in MCoC. I mean, this is going to sound egotistical as hell, Chop, but is there another beard in MCoC? You guys are probably going to point one out, and I'm going to be like, shit, there is. But I'm not. I guess in the game itself, yeah, I mean, there's some great beers. Social drinking Saturday. I think that's just Saturday, man. I think you're just describing Saturday. You're adding words on. The point was to make it like easier, not more complicated. All right, fight or flight. The defender gains unstoppable for 4 seconds. Blah 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 blah. Lead vulnerability. Come on, man, aren't they clever? So if nothing else, we could take out that mole man. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Moth to a flame. I don't feel well enough to go through that. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I just don't feel good. Stampede. Yeah, okay. So we're not doing that. We'll be taking Mole Man. What are the paths to get there? Jesus Christ. I forgot like how much was on these quests. If the attacker is begin superiority. Ebb and flow heavy with heroes. And there, what is this? Okay, so we need a lot of heroes. I think I have heroes. Unless Purgatory is a villain. Is she a villain? Yeah, crap. Could go Hulkling, Chi. No, because I can't even use Nimrod wouldn't work. What's this? Bullet time. Anytime the turn is stunned, they immediately remove the stun and gain evade charge. Blah blah blah. Ebb and flow knockdown. So you're looking for a bleeder who can knock down without parrying. When the fury expires, you know, we could give this a run with Chi, I think. Yeah, all right, let's give this a run with Chi. Intoxigator has a beard. He does. That's true. That is accurate. That's factually correct. Bastion, Red Guardian. There. Yeah, maybe that's what part of why I love those champions so much, man. Those are like two of my favorite champions in the game. Like, no joke. If I happen to like playing both of them, which goes a long way, but I do think that I had an initial inclination to really like those champions. Let's see here. What are we doing? We needed bleeders, right? This guy's got bleeds. He's good. I think we just really needed to knock them down, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. Shoot, man. Guys, I'm sorry. I thought I was feeling a lot better than I am. We're gonna keep doing this. I'm just apologize. It's not as like thought through as I would have liked it to have been. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mega? Thanks a lot for being here, man. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. 26 months. That's wild, dude. That was awesome. Thank you very much. BK Tiger, just shaved your beard. What, if you don't mind me asking, why? What caused the shaving of the beard? When did you get that? No. Oh, yeah. Shit, I forgot. See, I'm not. This is why I hate getting sick. Is because when I get sick, dude, I stay sick for like 2 weeks. This was just a cold. So that's going to be the beginning to the next Crystal Cornucopia. I believe I'm starting to have so many crystals opening that like I feel like those videos themselves are getting a little long. So I'm not sure what to do about that. I actually would really love your guys' opinion on it. What is this? But there's so many crystals nowadays. I need to read the note again. Yeah, we're gonna start over and read the note. There's so many crystals these days, mainly because of Prime and the daily super event. The alliance I'm in is why I've got the 7-star. That goes way back to early in the stream when I explained that I think my free-to-play experience is now significantly deviated, and I do think that's important for me to just keep in mind when I'm talking about it. Because of the alliance I'm in, we did nightmare raids, and I got another 7-star crystal. Dude, I had totally forgotten that was going to be happening. I had completely forgotten. And now I'm like, shoot, I'm going to be getting a 7-star once a month. That's pretty wild. What the hell's going on? Anytime the defender's stunned, they immediately move stun and gain evade charge, which grants them a chance to evade. Each time a hit is evaded. Oh, I hated this node. I remember this. Okay, if I can get this going, we'll stick with this. Otherwise, we'll just pick another lane. I remember I hated it. It was on a boss. Yeah, we're gonna do this over. I hate that. I still hate it. I don't like it. You kind of like this node. You probably understand it better than I do. Because like even there, when I got the elongated stunned, I was like, oh yeah, there's a way to do that. I just could not stand it. Hey, Jay, well, what's up, dude? Constant reparry, knockdown, go ham. That's it? All right, we'll try it one more time. Constant reparry, knockdown, go ham. Constant reparry, knockdown, go ham. I would think it better if the node was just called that. I said hey to J Will, right? What's up, buddy? Currently working on Valiant and she has been so fun throughout Act 8. What star variety you got? Hey, what's up, Faith? Nice, dude. Sounds like a great little day you got there for yourself, man. That's awesome. Let's go. Come on. You can tell I'm making this significantly harder than it needs to be. Seven-star rank 2 Chi. I love Chi, man. I just wanted to play regular Hulkling. I had a 10 to bet 7 stars and I'm blessed with Onslaught. Dude, Onslaught's like the one. I was so happy when I got Wong because I love playing Wong. First of all, that's a big reason. And second of all, I knew it would be incredibly helpful when I eventually get to Necropolis. Like Kate was ridiculous in Necropolis. I'm not saying she wasn't, but I probably had the most pure fun when on my Wong quests when I was able to use Wong. He's just so much fun to use there. Like it just feels like that's what he's supposed to do without feeling like too overpowered. Like you still had to play. And then I pulled Ebony Maw. That hurt a little bit. He's fine. He's a fine champion. He's on my tier list. I get it. But what's up, man? But you know, that's not what at least that's not what I was looking for. Okay. And then I obviously here pulled Null, and it was funny because I did watch it back, where I just wasn't even thinking about Null. Like it was not in my thought process to want Null, because on my main account, or not main, I don't like using those terms. It's because it's not accurate. But on my whale account, you know, I have not ranked him, and one of the main reason is due to not having him at a high sig. So I wasn't even really thinking about him as a good option for Unawakened for an account. And then I pulled him and I was like, wait, that's really freaking good, dude. Like, one of the things I talk about a lot, dude, this sucks. I'm not enjoying this. They're fucking special. I'm going to consider him for like a good champion to rank Unawakened. I don't know like how to format that properly because I do think there's a lot of weird contingencies in there that don't necessarily apply to a lot of people. But it is an amazing pool for this account. I just want this over with. Gotta run, get myself. Hey, thanks, BK. Have a good one with your kid, bud. I'm not looking into my first Necro run. You got one of the big ones, dude? You got Aegon, Kate, Wong. I just got Valiant recently. Do you think I should go for Necropolis anytime soon? It's essentially the same question I just asked Brennan. Is do you have Kate, Aegon, or Wong? I think. I know there were some solid runs. I can't believe I didn't even boost. There were some solid runs out there with I think it was Strife. I think there was a solid. I think check Simulus channel for that. Yeah. So I mean, Marlon. What Marlon's pointing out for me, Shuri and America were part of I think every single Kate run I did. They were like invaluable to me on certain fights. I think it was like the Psycho Man, I think, was the fight that like I consistently use Shuri, if I remember correctly. North Star. Yeah, North Star's a newer champion who probably could clear a lot. Thank you, Chop. You reminded me. Mr. Sinister for that like mutant run. Mr. Sinister was great. So was Onslaught. So they could probably go pretty far, actually. I have duped 6-star Aegon that's been sitting at R1 since he came back to the game a few months ago. I mean, dude, honestly, I had gotten to the point where I was considering, like, at a minimum, just taking a long break from Necropolis, because I had just gotten like, it's a lot, dude. Like, I don't have a lot of time to sit and play for that extended period of time. I was doing tier 1 war at the time, and like I think it was like 4 or 5 times I had to actually back out of Necropolis. I had made it like 3 or 4 fights in, and then, you know, the war necessitated me bringing one of those champions. Especially when you think about, like I just said, I used Kate, Shuri, and America for a lot of my runs, and those were some of my best war attackers, particularly America Chavez. Like, at that time, like, I was playing her a lot. And so I'd have to back out of Necropolis runs, and that was really, really frustrating. And I was like, I don't know. I think maybe I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna say I'm never going back in, but I'm going to take some time off from it at least, or take a break. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. I really thought I would get more healing than that. Alright, let's knock him down. Try to do a little damage. I think we ended the fight with less health than we started with it. Guys, I'm sorry. You excuse me for a minute. I'll be back. It'll take like 2 minutes. But I will be right back. All right, let's see how long that lasts, huh? That's a lot better, though. The super long quests aren't really for me anyway. There's so much effort. Yeah, it's the time, and so I think I was explaining. I don't know. I was so distracted by my own sniffling that that's why Aegon was so good. That's actually where I was going with that story. Wong was actually fun. The fights aren't necessarily the fastest. Like Kate's the fastest in my opinion, if you can use her. But Aegon helps like kind of make it a bit more mindless. And Aegon can actually be relatively resource efficient if you've got him. And so being able to use Aegon, which meant I didn't have to worry about I didn't have to worry about like war, because it's not like I was getting assigned Aegon in war or anything like that. So that helped a lot. And didn't they put a mastery point in? They did something with Necropolis that was really smart that made it so people would want to go back in. I can't think of what it is right now though. Does anyone remember? What was it? Or was it with the Karina's challenges maybe that they did? The rewards are really good. I remember there was a reason why I thought I would definitely want to run it on my free-to-play. Shoot, forgot about that. Dude, come on. How do you disable his SB3? Is it with the light, I think? Yeah. Whew. Got lucky. Come on, dude. Wow, what was that lag? Oh my god. There's something about this node, man, in me that we just don't. It's like it's speaking in a foreign language. Yeah, maybe I'll be trying to explore. Base balance update is really long this time. I only skimmed through it, but it seems everyone's staying the same. There's a balance update? Okay, we're gonna restart the game. I'm gonna continue doing this, but we're gonna restart the game because it sounded like there may have been a deal, if I understood correctly. I want to check that out, just kind of give it a grade. And then if there's a balance update out, I want to check that out too. I assume that's on the forums. Under news, maybe, or MCoC forums. Let's see here. Balance update. Okay, cool. Oh, I see Isophene and Stain, and you're saying you think it's staying the same? Isophene uses the classic mode of nullifying power gain. I felt like her nullify was a little weaker than I wanted it to be. I really liked it on testing, but then over continued play, I was like, this isn't working how I would want it to. The combos of immunity and mystic utility have proven to be effective in buff heavy or power gain matches. Yeah, she does have, I think, Wither off her SB2. Serpent, Hulkling, and Gore. While also performing at a healthy rate in non-optimal matches. We're also happy to see how she's landed as a defender. She's a defender? Or maybe that's kind of what they meant, is that she's not intended to be one. She's staying as is. I know how I feel about that. I'm curious how you all feel. If you could let me know about that one, I'd appreciate it. About Isophine staying as is. The Deathless Champions. Oh, shoot. Okay. Everyone sit back in. Everyone sit back, relax, grab a beer, a wine, a soda pop, water, whatever it is that you drink. Let's talk about the Deathless Champions. I think let's look at the conclusion. Unless the conclusion feels really off, I don't think we need to read all this. I appreciate that they wrote all this. I do. But I don't think we need to take the time to read it all. For the most part, we're seeing healthy usage and performance across individual different game modes, and I'm largely pleased with how they landed as individual champions and as a questing team. Being said, when reviewing Deathless Vision's performance the last 6 months, we're seeing him fall short in his target matchups. You don't say. They're like, so here's the thing. We played Deathless Vision. Turns out, he's pretty mid. He's all right, man. He's all right, but yeah, he's not strong. That's for sure. While we do see a small set of players who use him very effectively, we see an opportunity to empower us. That's cool. That's cool. I was a little. I will say I had kind of thought because the team itself was so strong that they were going to leave him alone. That's interesting to me that they're spending the time on him. I like that. I think that's cool, man. Because they could have chosen to be like a little bit more like business efficient and just leave him alone. As mentioned above, Death Sound was not a light remix of a Death Sound. They're happy with how he has landed as an attacker. Deathless Thanos kit was designed to disrupt and restrict incoming loot. He does that for sure. No change to Thanos. All right. Deathless Vision enters the batch update pool and will release with batch 2. Target date builds to be determined. A reminder that updates to Patriot, Moda, and Yondu are released in batch 1. Oh, cool. Okay, so they're in August. Patriot. I know that's a long time for Patriot, and I know that's bothersome to some people. MODOK. I'm excited about MODOK. And Yondu. Yondu's a curious one for me. In August. All right, you all let me know how I feel. You can expect communication on Okoye and Gento towards the middle of June. Okoye, they're like, we need a little bit of time with Okoye not being bugged. We need at least a week before we can make any sort of conclusions on Okoye. We ourselves are still not totally sure what she's doing. What's up, Carlos? Thanks for being here, man. Sergio, what's up, dude? I really don't care about her. That's the thing, dude. That's the thing. Chulo is like, I think that's a miss. Like, I realize I'm probably not defining it the way Kabam is, and I realize they have their own priorities and plans. For me, like, they literally got to create, like, this is how I personally see it as a player and a YouTuber. So I'm like, you literally got to create a character that exists in Marvel's, like, big, larger canon. Make them effing good. Like, very good. And she's good. Like, she's good. Right? People have uses for her. Simula uses rank 4, does cool stuff. But, like a little bit more juice, man. A little, like, people should care, I guess is kind of what I'm saying. Is you want people to care. And I think your whole, like, is probably how most people feel. Brennan, Ice Cream, they're good, but the damage isn't devastating. Yeah. Which is a typical mystical trade-off. Have you played Absorbing Man, Tigra, America Chavez, Kushala, Dr. Doom, Juggernaut? Like, I hear you, Brennan, and you know my personality. I'm not trying to be like, well, you idiot. I'm just more like, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, if you look, like, it can be a trade-off in Champions, particularly in Mystic class, because they deal with power, that there's so much utility involved and powers involved in every fight. Therefore, the damage capabilities are lower. But if you look at, like, According to my tier list, which is pretty good tier list, if I do say myself, America Chavez, Kushala, Tigra, Juggernaut. Then we move on to The Hood, Purgatory, Doom. And this is just literally off the top of my head. These are all the best Mystic champions. And so, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Brendan. It's like, what I think, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying I feel like it's often used as a justification for a champion having lacking damage. And like, if that's what Kabam wanted, like, sure, that's fine, man. Like, I would love if Kabam would just come out and be like, look, we wanted her to kind of be able to control some fights. We didn't want her damage to be as good as like the Hoods or all these other champions. So we're happy she hit her target. I'd be like, all right, cool, man. That's fine. It's not about like right or wrong. It's not like objective. Like, I think that's like one of my biggest frustrations and points in so many of my videos is like, when we talk about this stuff, is like, this isn't math. Like, it's not like Kabam said like, well, you know, 2 + 2 in our opinion is 5. Those are the rules, right? Like, dude, they're trying their best. They created something. It's how they want it to work. Like, cool, that's fine. But like, don't act like it's an objective truth or someone's like thought process or feelings are wrong because they don't agree with yours. Like Brandon, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. I respect what you're saying. I feel differently. I like these other champions better. But like, I know people who like to play Enchantress. I know really, really great players, smart players who like to play Enchantress. I would rather uninstall this game and delete my YouTube channel than play Enchantress. And so, like, I don't care how much control she can eventually have over, and again, I'm trying to be humorous here. Like, I don't care that Enchantress can totally control this fight. It just takes 30 minutes to set her up. And I'm like, it would take me 2 hours to read her kit. So I'm already lost, you know? Jug should never been made a 7-star. He's so busted. Agreed. This fight's gonna be effing hard, dude. What the hell have I gotten myself into? Why? Who let me do this? Which one of you didn't say stop? You're about to make a massive mistake. I blame you wholeheartedly. Wait. Why did she evade that? Has it been so long that I've totally forgotten how to fight Wasp? Doesn't she use her evade charge when she shrinks down? And if you punish it, you're good? Well, she clapped me. She's like, you fool. But I could swear that's how you fight her. Parry gave... Oh, thank you, Ace. Thank you. All right. Told y'all I'm not feeling well, man. Any word on the 7-star Magic's coming? So, yeah, dude, they did... Can one of you, Ace, you're usually really on top of this stuff. Or Brennan, I feel like you are too. P-Dubs, what's up, P-Dubs? I feel like there's quite a few in this chat that would know this. They mentioned her in a stream recently, too. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't feel well enough to feel confident that I will explain it properly. I'm sure I have expiring resources. I'm going to use them. Okay, we don't need to do that. Let's not go too insane. Could someone explain what's going on with Magic? I have a pretty clear idea what's going on with her. And just in case it's not public information, I do not want to say it. I would hate for this to be how I lose my CCP privileges. I want it to be from a video where I say what I actually think, not from me forgetting what was public knowledge and what wasn't. Yeah, I'm getting murdered here. 7-star Magic getting reworked and going to be made It's a via Radiance purchase? Okay, that I did not remember. At some point this year. Magic is going, but no release date currently. Overwatch has a cool. Wasp is kicking my ass, man. You have to go back so far into this game. I'm talking like I was using 5-star Ghost for an alliance as we were trying to make masters. And yeah, Wasp was a terror back then. I can tell I have completely forgotten how to fight her. Because I thought the evade went on cooldown, but I'm realizing it doesn't until the SP1. Yeah, and I'm making all kinds of gameplay mistakes. Whatever. We'll just have fun. And I know I don't want to push her to her SP2. I remember that. This feels like a classic old school matchup, in fact. This is weird how old this feels. Alright, let's lock her down. And we'll throw our SP3. And I think that puts us into corruption, right? I remember this being the way to do this. Do I make Kushala a whole different character? You're talking about Magic, Bud? Eakins? No, Magic is... So, Magic is a... she's currently locked actually as a 5-star. She's one of these. I'm not gonna be able to explain this without the fully paying attention, but she's one of these champions that I'm not sure how to explain all this. I keep finding myself in these scenarios more and more these days. Magic is one of these champions that many of us. It's a fun conversation to have. But many of us have kind of been led to believe has an ability that is too powerful to exist in the game. I'm not sure how to go about saying all this, guys. And the game evolves and grows. And so it is very possible, because I really want to be fair on this, it's very possible for an ability to feel and be too strong for the people making the game, be like, shit, we release this, it's just too strong. Like, what are we gonna do? Sergio, thank you so much for the support, buddy. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate all support. Thank you very much. Sergio Rivera. And massive. Thank you so much. I've now completely misspelled your name. I apologize, dude. So in the essence of being fair and trying really hard to be fair, because I think that's important. I don't ever want to purposely misrepresent someone. Is that, let's just use Nick Fury, okay? Nick Fury felt way too strong and broken for the game for a long period of time. The game evolved a lot by new characters coming out, and new champions having new abilities, and being able to handle maybe his second life, and I don't know, various things. I don't make the game. That the game and the people who make the game, those decisions then felt like, cool, we can release Nick Fury now, right? And maybe it was even like, we can sell him. Yeah, maybe 1,000, 2,000 players are gonna go out and buy him. That means there's only 2,000 Nick Furies running around. So if this was a mistake, at least it's consolidated a little bit or controlled. I don't know. I'm not part of those meetings. Never have been, never will be, right? What's hard for us as viewers or players of the game, and a lot of my discontent that you saw for a long period of time was for me, it's the player experience and the ups and downs that feel unnecessary. If we're being told Nick Fury's bad, Nick Fury's bad, Nick Fury's bad, can't come. And then ultimately one day it's just for us, it feels like, whoa, Nick Fury, what's going on? I made the joke in the video. I'm like, did grandma die? What is going on? What has so horrible has happened that this player, this champion that we've been told is way too strong to come to the game is now here. And it literally happened with Tigra as well. And yeah. And so with Magic, I'll be honest. I use Magic. You got to go way back in my channel, but I mean, I'm talking like tier 1 for 4 Loki. I wasn't necessarily the Magic guy, but I was consistently assigned Magic for some very hard fights because I got good with her. I got good. I had a rank 5. I had her. I don't think we had Ascension at the time. Yeah, we couldn't have. And I was able to use my power backs. I would play her relatively safe. My planner at that time was a guy named Let 'em Taters. He used to have a very, very good popular channel. And then I played for a planner named Lizer, who still does have a really good channel. She doesn't post that much anymore, but she runs LVT, which is a phenomenal War Alliance. And so I was playing for these incredibly smart planners, and I think they felt comfortable with me for Magic. So I was using her. And like, I don't know. Right now, I'm like, especially with the power back change, like, dude, you could, I actually would not want current Magic. I wouldn't want her. I'd be like, that's fine, I guess. But the game has evolved so much that I don't know how often I'm using that one ability that is really strong. And so I like that they're reworking her. What's up, Marcus? Marcus, you know the history of all this with Magic and stuff, remember? I remember when she was best mango canner in War. So like, yeah. So for those who haven't played Tier War is like is on the older map on the upper left hand side. There was like 2 main Magic fights I got sent to all the time. It was the mini boss on Boss Island on the upper left hand side. It had like 200% additional power gain, right? Or ability power rate. And MCoC got placed there a lot. And it was also an unblockable special 2. So if MCoC got to a special 2, you were done. You were done. And my recollection is if that happened, if he got to a special 2, because Magic's, was it Power Lock? I can't remember what she does exactly or what it's called. But it could fail. It had like an 85% chance on each hit of the special 2. And it was very rare, but it happened to me in some videos where both failed. And then you're like... And so you had to play that fight very well with the like... One... giving yourself as much room to keep getting to your special 2 in case it failed. But if it did fail, you also needed to stop your combo and block immediately and hope that MCoC didn't throw their special 2. And then Spider-Man 2099 came around. And so that's why I started playing Spider-Man 29 a ton. And it was like the same fight. So there was a fight on lane 7 in section 2 that was Magic, a lot of Magic stuff. And then Spider-Man 29 kind of took that job. And then we got to a point where Scorpion, because of the ability to block unblockables if taunt was up, kind of came in. Sorry, yeah, that was a whole thing on Magic, but like I'm glad they're reworking her. I maybe that one ability would be really strong and too overpowered in some certain scenarios, but I feel like the game's so far past that, man. Like I meant what I said too. Like when I was excited, I was like, I love it because I feel like whoever's making these decisions is like, you know what, dude? Our game's pretty freaking big and strong. We can release Nick Fury. It's going to be okay. Like, yeah, some players might do some broken stuff, but that means our players are having a great ass time, and that's really good. And when we need a fight to be really difficult, we can box them out. It's all good, man. We know what we're doing. Like, to me, I took it as a sign of confidence that they're confident in what they're doing, their plans, and their abilities. And so I was like, Tigra, yeah, cool, man. She's going to be amazing. She's going to do great damage. That's cool. I love it. I like doing that. I like going and busting things with my rank 4 Red Guardian. It's fun. And if they want to box him out like they did in this current Battlegrounds meta, they box him out. I really, like, Sinister was one of the first ones where I was like, this thing is so absurdly busted in the game. I can't believe they let it come in, and I wanted to do a video and tell you guys my thoughts. And then I was like, wait a minute. All they have to do is make the thing stun immune, and he just like gets totally turned off. Like, they can mess with him so well. And I was like, okay. And I happen to know like the balance designer, and I happen to have a little bit of a peek behind the curtain that you all don't. And I know that it's not that that person told me what they were doing. They didn't. It's that I know this person knows the game so well and was involved in the buff for Sinister that I was like, I I think went as close as they could to making a broken champion that they could easily turn off and we all go get to have a lot of fun with. Like, so yeah. Here's on your, please tell me your all's thoughts. I'm trying to read the chat while I do this. I think Tiger is fair due to the bargain of error you have with her. I'd probably suck with Tiger, but it'll never be too broken when I'm using her. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Sergio. Thanks for the margin, but I knew what you meant, bud. Or I thought maybe bargain was like a term, you know. Yeah, I did. So she destroys some shit. All right, cool, man. That's fun. The game's supposed to be fun, right? Like, it's supposed to be a really good time. And so that's really cool. She's not face rolling it. So, yeah. MCoC SP2 is so obnoxious. Why does it last so? I think that's literally why. It's supposed to be obnoxious, man. I hear you, though. Her unavoidable limbo damage would be raging. So, Disney, like, literally, that is one of the biggest reasons why I'm happy she's being reworked. Watch, they're going to keep that. But I was like, I hated fighting her because I hate unavoidable damage. P-dubs, I don't have Nick Fury, so it's not okay. If I can't play with the toy, nobody can play with the toy. Brennan, one could also argue that I still read as Hall of Fame. I don't mean to, but I do. Type event is a more controlled way to introduce the broken champions because it's a limited time event with an exclusive champ pool. I think you definitely could argue that. I would not, what's the term? I'm trying to sound fancy. I would not posit that, I don't know if that's correct, that's what Kabam was thinking. I think they were like, hey, you know, whoever, this is how I envision it. It's probably a bit more dressed up and intelligent than this. But like whoever like is in charge of sales and stuff was like, all right, listen, guys. I want to release some broken ass champions. Like who are the ones that like, you know, you told me I couldn't sell in December. But fuck it, it's time, man. It's time. And they're like, all right, look, you can't have Hulkling or CGR. And they're like, that's cool. Okay, we'll make Dark Phoenix the milestone. That's fine. I want Fury. And they're like, oh, God, no. And then he was like, as a negotiation ploy, he was like, and then give me Doom. And they're like, no, we can't give you Doom. Tiger? And he's like, cool. And he like ran away, you know, before they could change their minds. Like, I think it was, like, that's how I'm picturing it. It's probably not accurate, but in my head, that's literally what happened. Unavoidable damage is why I hate Domino. Yeah. So, I mean, shit. Magic's gonna come with Limbo, isn't she? Do you guys remember Onslaught? Like, in the unavoidable damage? He still happens. Oh, boy. It's not fun. I think that financials there for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, they gotta make their money. Like, can you imagine if this game was truly free to play? Like, I think it's just always about, you know, making it so that it feels like a smooth ride. As long as it feels like a smooth ride, I think everything's fine. This is why I care about community sentiment as much as I do, and the player, the player experience. Probably lost all my boosts by now. Good decision by me. Throw it, dude. Come on. If I had been smarter about this, we would have been using Purgatory on some of the other fights. Because we got a Mole Man coming up, right? And didn't he have like an Unstoppable or something? All right, come on. Man, I really expected that to do so much more damage than it did. Jesus, why is it doing so little damage? What am I doing wrong? I don't think I am. It's just my account's not overpowered, right? These fights look horrible. Chop, I mean, I think I actually played this one relatively well, to be honest. Where I finally really paid attention to the node. I built up the evade charges. I then evaded. I knocked him down to get the protection off. I think I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's see. Let's remind ourselves of this fight. Fight. The defender gains unstoppable for 4 seconds. The attackers. Okay, cool. Bleed vulnerability. I'm not going to worry about that. Fortune to intercept. Again, not going to worry about that. Incinerate immune. That's not the best, but whatever. Each time the defender is knocked down, they gain a cruelty. The defender's cruelty, they can gain. Okay. That's also fine too. I mean, this just seems like a big mole man. Null will not be good for it, so we'll replace Null. There's much worse pass than this. The SPG, like what, Noodle? Yeah, so you know what's weird, dude, is Purgatory was like carrying my account hard for a long time. And that feels like that has completely gone away. She's great. I don't think this is her fault. It almost feels like she's not. It feels like the game hasn't registered that she's leveled up. Like, it's really strange. Crazy Canuck, what's up, dude? I don't have a better way to explain that at all. Like, her PI is shockingly low. Like, there's just a lot of really weird stuff. And I don't know if it's just that I'm asking too much out of her. Because, like, I did a Battlegrounds matchup the other day, and she smoked it, dude. Smoked it. So I maybe I'm just asking too much out of her. She doesn't look like a rank 5. Yeah, so I mean, that's weird, right? Like, something's wrong there. I've gone back and looked at, like, did I forget to level her? She's I think my only rank 5. Look at her PI. Her PI is 1804. And look at Hulkling's as a rank 4. It's 1,300 more. It's weird, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just how it's supposed to be with her. But she feels particularly odd. Needs to be ascended. Does Ascension affect PI? Maybe that's what it is. That would make me feel a lot better. Because she just, I don't know, man. Whatever. Let's go and play her. She's amazing. Like, that's the other thing, too. Is like, like Jaeger on the Illuminati. Like, it's been showing her off. What content is this? Is 7.2.1, I think. I think if I'm gonna get to Valiant before 4th of July, I need to get healthier a lot faster. That will help. And then Might need to play a little bit off stream. Cause I mean, if it fits, I'm not gonna like not stream because I do enjoy it. But right now the intention is to stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. With summer coming up, that might get a little tough. And like I missed last Friday because I wasn't feeling well. Why did I not get... Neutralized is why I did not get the Unstoppable. Sweet. Or is it just the... It might actually just be the slow, huh? It'd be interesting if it would stop the Unstoppable on both sides. We don't know. We don't know if it's stopping the Unstoppable on my side or if it's the Neutralize. Because I do believe Neutralize will work that way. You can use it to keep things off of yourself, actually. I remember people using... That was not well played by me. I remember people using Wiccan that way. Wait for that Unstoppable to go down and let's throw it. Yeah, we got the Unstoppable there, so I think it was actually the slow. Crazy sick too, man. Sorry, buddy. Hope you're feeling better soon. So like what I'm essentially doing right here, we'll see if I continue to do it well or not. But where like this fight's a little tougher in a way, or the challenge of the fight is like you can simplify it so much by constantly being aware of just trying to push the opponent over a bar of power. It might not be the fastest way to do it, but constantly having a special to bait, not having to worry about intercepts and stuff. I know a lot of you all know these things, but as I continue to try to reach out to new players, that's the sort of thing I want to start putting in videos. I appreciate those of you that watched. Oh man, easy. I think you watched it, Brendan. I think you did too, if I remember correctly. And I appreciate you guys making comments on it as well too, helping people out. But like the new player, it wasn't necessarily a guide that I made. Just helping new folks come into it, because there's definitely a large group of new people coming in. I assume it's partially due to the PC. It also could just be the MCU getting good. It could just be, I mean, the game is doing well. I think a lot of hype. So there's a lot of factors. But like subscriber growth, growing, new names, new comments on videos, like people who've never commented before, that sort of thing is definitely happening. So it's like, okay, there's new players for sure. Want to help them out, help them get and enjoy the game, maybe a little faster. Avoid some of the pitfalls that I fell into. Cool. Just a big one, man. I'm an old player who plays like a new player. Eric, I as someone who, like I said, I wailed through this game for years. Just massive wail. Just like, it was fun. I had a great time. But then war season came in and I was like, okay, I want to like get better at this. And so that just kind of started me on a journey, but I was so far behind the players. But yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible if you even want to. I mean, the game, I think the game can be great, just playing it very casually too. 12:30. I think I feel well enough to keep going. Camps that would help new players. So that's a different formatting. I think like chill, like different than the video I just made of the like easy to play with, also very powerful. I think will it actually help you? Like they force you to learn stuff would be tough, right? Because like a lot of us talked about how Absorb You Man kind of forced us to learn light intercepts, like backdraft, that kind of thing. That'd be an interesting one. All right, let's see, what's this lane all about? Whenever the attacker nullifies a buff on the defender, the attacker has 100% chance to purify all debuffs. That sounds fun. When the defender is struck, 40% to inflict armor break. Also good. All Mystic Champs and Industry Fury. I love the sound of this. When the defender reaches 2 bars of power, they gain an indefinite prowess. When the defender activates a special attack, the attacker's... My god, this lane sounds phenomenal. Yes, please. I want all of this lane. This is probably when before Red Skull was buffed. Because I don't think you can nullify his buffs. No, you can't nullify his armor ups, right? Maybe it looks like to get a prowess at some point. But I don't really want to send him to a special 2 if I don't have to. Okay, so we're going to be taking this lane. This lane looks beautiful. This is much better than that last lane we just did. And then we're going to get here. And I don't remember these fights at all. Wombo combo. When the defender actually switches back, the attacker's combo is consumed. All right, this doesn't look bad. Active prowess effect. So this would lead me to just pretty much dust. I don't think we're going to want to do that. Power shield. We might go in and just stomp on this guy. Yeah, because we should be able to just nullify or remove his armor ups and just crush him with our Mystic champions. So I like, this is so much better. This is so much better. You know what, JJ, if you're still here, dude, I saw you write a long time ago, and I was gonna say hi, and then I totally forgot, and I don't know why it just occurred to me. What's up? Thanks for being here. Sombra W. I'm gonna, okay. What's up, Red Hat? Thanks for being here, bud. Would rank up Mr. Sinister help me get Valiant? Yeah, probably. He's a phenomenal champion, bud. I'm a relatively new player, currently Thronebreaker and pushing Gladiator Circuit of everyone right now, but I'm finding it really hard to win matches. Do you have any? So I know this is actually my best advice. I realize how annoying this advice is going to be. Wait a couple of days. And people still might not clear out because of how close to the end of the season we are. But I have been doing it on this little account here. And I did not today, but yesterday I ran into like a full-on whale account. Like, at least it felt like it. So I think people are still just clearing out. I'm sorry I don't have better, just quick advice to give on Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds is, there's a lot about Battlegrounds. The Battlegrounds tier list video, I was gonna say this earlier in the stream and I didn't. The Battlegrounds tier list video that comes out on Saturday will be, come on. There we go, good job. Will hopefully be a bit shorter than normal. I'm gonna try to shorten up some of those videos. Shoot, that's kind of all we got. I didn't really think about that because I don't have the ISO to rank up these other champs. I think Ma does have a nullify. I just can't remember what it was. All right, we'll just do that. And I'm going to say it if I can remember to say it, which I'm sure I will, is to stop by a stream to talk about what I feel like is happening in Battlegrounds in general. And I'll just tell you guys, since you're here, is that this comes up from someone asking if I thought we should go to 5 bans. And like, I don't know if 5 bans is necessarily the answer. And I also don't know if Kabam sees this as a problem. They may actually like this. I could see reasons why they may actually like this. Is that they keep putting out defenders, okay? They just do. I think it does no good to point out to them the posts they made and all that stuff. It's like brick wall stuff. Like, it's like, well, they're not that. It's like, it's literally like, you can pick apart things that other people have said, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. Like, they're like, yeah, but this one idiot came by my stream and said this thing. I was like, that's great. You just pwned that idiot. I think, I don't even know if that's great, but you seem happy. So can we talk about what the actual problem is? And that's just not going to happen. Kabam's going to keep putting out defenders, okay? It's obvious. Part of why I'm starting the How to Defeat Defenders series. 1, I want to know how to do it. And 2, I'd like to help you all. But what that's doing is, I think it's making it so that you kind of need more counters. You're going to see a lot of champions on the tier list are actually going to move down, but it's slight, like 1 point. Like Wolverine Weapon X. Did Wolverine Weapon X become bad? No, he's still phenomenal. But there's a lot more defenders in the game now that have some sort of like damage limitations, right? Like the resistances or resistance to bleed, or only so much damage can be taken at a period of time of 2.5 seconds, and then there's this protection stack, and then there's like a safeguard stack, and then there's like a buff, and then there's like a path. So there's all these things, and it's great, and like they're building the game, but what it's doing in Battlegrounds is it's making you more and more need counters to those things. I think it's making it more and more likely that those of us who aren't playing like in Celestial, like if you watch a Celestial stream, their decks look almost exactly the same. Have you guys noticed this? Like, they look almost exactly the same. Every once in a while, there's an outlier. But for the most part, it's like, there's Zola, there's Okoye. Oh, cool. Hey, look, it's a rank 4 Deathless Analyst. It's a rank 4 Serpent who happens to be SIG 200. That's really neat. Oh, it's a Shothra. Like, and they're all great champions. They're highly rated on my tier list. But the BGs that, like, the next, like, I don't know, like 201 and of us down are playing, we'll run into a MCoC. You know, or we'll run into just like a random Sentinel. I guess Sentinel's in Celestial too, but you get my point. And it's like, we can't have answers to all of these threats in our decks. And so sometimes we're just going to get destroyed. Like, there's literally nothing you can do about it. Sometimes you're going to run into a deck that's just going to beat you. And there's nothing you can do, to the best of my knowledge. And that's okay. It's just part of the game. You just move through it. And Celestial, that may happen to them at times, but because they're so finely tuned by the same champions, there's very little variation in their decks that they just kind of play that same thing over and over. It may start happening to them too, and I'm curious, because if the defenders are good enough, it's going to start happening. You know, like Yelena Belova. It'll be interesting to see how she influences the Celestial level too, especially as the Titan comes around. Because right now it's like, you either spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and got her as a 7-star, or you ranked up to 6-star. So curious on your thoughts on all that. I find it really interesting. It's just one more reason why I'm like, if I end up in Uru, fine. If I end up in Mysterium, great. Obviously I'll be happy because that means I won, and that's fun. I like winning. But I am not going to push for Celestial. I'm just, if it happens because I played and had fun, cool. But I ain't spending all the money and the time. Because they're also, and their skill, don't get me wrong, if a Celestial level player came and challenged me right now, they would kick my ass, okay? But it's because they've earned that skill through repetitive play and time. Like, they've earned the skill. So I don't take that as like me taking something away from them either, please. That's not my point. Kurt, hey, what's up, Kurt? At Celestial, they play the same matchups, the same decks over and over. Yeah, Kurt, I know you get what I'm saying. But like, if I streamed, I don't feel well enough to do it, and we ain't got time. If I streamed on the 583 account, I think you'd see a lot more variation in the decks I face, significantly more. The skill level of the players is going to be lower than the Celestial players. But the decks and like the knowledge, I don't know how much lower, and the decks will be significantly different. Oh man, I don't want more Vans. I prefer having a bigger deck of 30. I wonder about that. I wonder if that's the way to go about it. Is you open it up to like 40. The problem is like now your opponent's open to 40 as well. So I don't know. And this just might be the game that's played. Like, because if you think about it, what I'm essentially describing is if I wanted to compete in Celestial, then I should have been opening, like, they're not called Cav crystals anymore, but I should have been opening Paragon crystals. And I should have been buying all the deals to get as many Titan shards as possible so that I could have Zola and Okoye. But I was like, I don't want to play that way. I don't want to. And so I'm not. And I still have a big whale account. I whale out on the sales. And so I could see why for Kabam, it's like, well, this is how, dude, you literally get to play for free. We got to make our money somehow. So I kind of get it too. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, I think what's happening in Battlegrounds, and I'm not going to take like 20 minutes to fully talk about it in the tier list video because I am trying to shorten those videos down for people so they can like watch them basically. Yeah, you guys will let me know. I'll get on with this fight, and I'm really interested in what y'all are saying. Because this is hype, maybe we should use Doom to get this over with a little bit more quickly. It feels so good to play Doom again. There's multiple reasons why I love this account. The ability to be able to play Doom again, it's part of it. Anyone who played World of Warcraft, I know they do this in other games now too. It's just World of Warcraft was the last game I played like seriously before MCoC. Yes, I took a long time off of games. Is they eventually got to a point where they put out like WoW Classic, I believe it was called. And this in some ways almost feels like playing MCoC Classic, where I just get to go in and like beat stuff up, and it's so much fun, and I love it. It's like, that is so fun. I don't see what's wrong with that. I really don't see the problem with this, but I don't make the game. A deck of 40 or 45 would help with diversity. It's far more fun to fight different champs. So I wonder if that's kind of where they're going to, man, right? Is like, I will say this. Although I don't think I think it's clear. I'm not putting Kabam down. I'm actually not even complaining. I'm more just like, I think this is what's happening. Is like when learning to fight Zola, I was like, having a direct counter is really helpful. You can kind of fight him. Like, you don't need, this is why I'm trying not to use the term hard counters anymore, or make it really clear. You don't mean like you just put the phone down. Like, this is just the best example I can come up with. I don't mean it in a bad way, okay? For me, it's like, it's not like fighting Terax with Absorbing Man. You know what I mean? Like, for those of you who've done that fight, you know what I'm talking about. And that's just one fight. I think Absorbing Man's a great character, okay? It's like, let's not read into that. But I don't think that's where we're at anymore. I think that they're like, there's gonna be a bunch of like somewhere between soft and hard counters. And you're still gonna need to like play them. Like, as much as Enchantress can be frustrating as hell, and dude, I mess up to her more than I'd like to admit, but it's real. I also often feel like I'm like, okay, that was my fault. I made a mistake. Like, I feel like I have enough tools in my champion's belts to handle her, right? It's like, do I want to try to nuke her down? Or I can go with Red Guardian or Silk. Do I want to be a little bit more safe, but it's going to be slower? I got Photon. Do I just got where I got, and now all I've got is Titania, and she can do it because she's Titania? Yeah, I can go Titania. And it will supply a variety of options. And I kind of like that. I like that there's not a champion who like can't miss, who has what, Debilitate, I think it is, in Enchantress's kit. And like, if they just like hard countered her, I don't know. I'd be like, this feels dumb a little bit. Like I don't like it. It's kind of like why I never loved Jack. Although I think Jack's a great champion. I like Jack in general. But I remembered feeling like, oh, this almost makes fighting Onslaught feel like dumb. And you know, it's a good weapon. I put it in my Battlegrounds deck when I needed it. But I've removed Jack, and I don't have. I don't even know if I have a rank 3 Jack. I might. I'm trying to remember. I guess it's funny because you guys, if you guys wanted to be jerks, you could be like, "Oh, but you love Bastion, do you?" And yeah, I do. So maybe I'm a bit of a hypocrite. Okay, at least I'll own it up. I'll own up to it that I love Bastion. Yeah, there you go. Bastion's better for something. Yeah, there you go. Chop. Thank you. Thank you. When I say something hypocritical, point it out. Point it out. I think Jack's just a little simple for me. That sounds weird, and I'm not putting down simple champions. Yeah, he's just a little basic. Did I get a chance to try Gladiator? I did, Pablo. What's up? Thanks for being here, first of all. So OYC started talking to me about Gladiator forever ago. Reskull's immune to nullifies. Dude, you know what? I bet you this is from, yeah, this is well before he got buffed. This is like, I don't think this is the fight they think it is. Forget it. Or I should read the notes. When the defender struck, 40% chance to inflict armor break on the attacker, reducing the armor rating. Oh, no, wait. See, now I'm reading the note, and that's not what it says. Huh. I mean, obviously this is doable. It just feels weird. I'm gonna just screw around with Wong. And kind of get a feel of the fight just to make sure, like, if it's brutally hard, I don't want to have my Doom or my my perks die if I can avoid it. Zola's great design. It feels that way to me too. It very much feels that way to me too. Let's see. I'm trying to. Like, just being honest again, like, let's not be jerks about it. Serpent's the only one to me that I'm like, dude, if I don't have a counter, I'm just might as well fucking kill my champion on, you know, like, why am I even here? Photon, you know, you can kind of get around. You got to play really well, but like, it's possible. Shoot. Who else? Enchantress, same thing. Trying to think of others. Deathless Thanos is a freaking meat shield. But again, like, you have a variety of options to, like, take the fight. I'm getting a phone call. I like when the potential spam thing comes up. I really love that because the vast majority of phone calls I get are spam. I'm sure I'll look up and there'll be a variety of options you guys have reminded me exists. I'm not paying attention to the fight. I was paying attention to the phone, and so I lost all my charges. Okay, we basically just restarted the whole fight. Sorry, guys. The call distracted me pretty bad. Who else is there? Deathless Thanos. There's Serpent. Like, I love... No joke. It's not just because we're fighting him. And I've said it a lot in videos. I love Red Skull. I was like, dude... And I realized they can't just do it all the time. Even if they agreed. It's not like they can just be like, oh, okay, we'll just make that switch. Red Skull for me is like so perfect for the game. Like, still a good defender. You want to have options in your deck if you can for Battlegrounds, or as seen by what you're watching right now, a player may have issues with him. But he's not like oppressive, you know? And I feel like the player experience would be smoother if there was like a ton of Red Skulls running around as opposed to even a single Serpent. And, oh shoot, I keep making the same stupid ass mistake. Yeah, just freaking throw it, dude. And I think when I look at the Cosmic class, you know, I don't know exactly what they're thinking, but it feels like Red Skull opened up a lot of design space. Like, how many champions have Pulverize? How many champions came out with like unique auto block counters? Like, feels to me like Red Skull and give me the right to change my mind if I say the wrong name. Red Skull and Arcade created a lot of design space for Cosmic champions to come out, and I don't think anyone considers either of them to be nearly as oppressive as Serpent. So the idea that like Serpent was necessary, I don't know. It's one of those ones where I got to be like, I don't agree. We will eventually get this fight down. I think the idea was to decide, see how long could I possibly make it take. Nope, we're gonna die instead. Hey, Snoops, what's up, dude? Kindred's no, dude. As much as I mess up against Kindred, still, I did a video on how to fight Kindred. I studied Kindred so hard. I still mess up. Like, different nodes can be put in to make Kindred so much trickier. I love Kindred. It's like existing in the game. We should get back to, I forgot all about the gladiator stuff. That's funny. Onslaught. I don't like the unavoidable damage of Onslaught. I'll be honest. Like, I don't enjoy that in our game. What's the whole, because even a non-crit champion can still get it, right? Like, you could have a great fight with Shocker, and you could still get the Neuro Shock, I think it's called, right? I don't remember what the debuff or the damaging type is called. It's avoidable. There are many ways to mitigate in willpower. Okay, I swear to God, Pablo, I hate that I am about to say this. I'm not trying to do the semantics argument or the like, well, the word I used, but I actually meant unavoidable. And what you're describing is ways to handle it having happened. And ultimately, is that important? Maybe it's the same player experience, but I think that once you have to go to that next step of saying like, well, you can mitigate it this way, or willpower can heal it, I think you are already kind of irritating some of the player base in a way that you didn't have to. Like, sometimes you're going to need to make a good decision for the game, stuff like that. I think sometimes Kabam like feels like they go out of their way to let the community know that they don't give a shit. And it's kind of like, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Like, why make things adversarial when you don't have to? Pegasus and main canister did most of the fight rather than Kushala. Because my understanding is, I mean, that's great, man. And that might be a good example of like, when I say play champions you enjoy, you're going to know how to use them. Is Serpent has some built-in things to his kit to severely mitigate the damage of Porker Poppers. Max Sig Angela greater than Max Sig Medusa. So we were talking about Gladiator earlier. I just can't play him, man. I respect that he's good. I know Pablo and OIC, two incredibly smart players who love him. I just can't do it, man. And Angela's another one. Old Man Easy, if he's still here, always shouts out Angela. She's like a blind spot for me. I just don't like playing her. Meanwhile, I love playing Medusa. They're really different champions too. But I get it, man. If you like her, I get it. Helping Vox shine. I started figuring out Bullseye easy. I feel like it depends on the nodes. Yeah, so like the unavoidable stuff with Bullseye, I don't... I think he'd still be a really hard defender with just his evade mechanic that he's got. I just think we're coming from, yeah, when I think unavoidable damage, I think a Tuma without a counter. So that's where like... And I think it's good. Like, I don't, I think our conversation here is really healthy and it's fun and it's interesting because we enjoy the game. So we're talking about it. Is I fully get what you're saying, and you're different. You're just differentiating this differently than I am. Because it is weird in that I don't love Atuma in that sense. So I hear you. But I don't mind Atuma, and I am trying. And I think now you're making me think why. Why do I not mind Atuma? But Onslaught's again. I don't hate Onslaught. I think he's really good. It's just one of those where I'm like, I didn't love this. Is we can have non-contact attacks like Shuri, who can help you get around. Kind of to what you're saying. You're like, there is a counter to Atuma. With Onslaught, there is no champion that's like immune to whatever the damaging effect is. Like there's no, like it's clear you're supposed to try to use champions who don't crit, but even the champions that crit can have it happen. It'd be like if, for me, and again, I'm not trying to win, I'm trying to explain my point of view. If Atuma said, but if you hit him with a champion who doesn't make contact, you still have a 10% chance to take the damage. I'd be like, it feels cheap. Like that's what I'm talking about, like the player experience sort of thing. To me, it feels cheap. Chip damage is a defensive threat, whether we like it or not. Is block penetration also considered unavoidable damage? We don't need to get into that, but there's layers. So I don't think we do. No, because we could play a fight purely with intercepts. We have champions who have miss and evade mechanics. We have like Kate Bishop. Like that's one of the reasons why Hood is so powerful, or Ghost, Lumitrix, because they can create openings without this. Also, Bloodstone was like the original one that I can think of with that sort of Prowler. That's right, with the Falter. So I hear you, but again, I do differentiate different. I get what you mean. It's not avoiding the damage no matter how skillfully you play. It's making the health back up. Yeah. I think this is one of those things that's like interesting. I don't think it's important that we agree. I think it's fun to talk about. I also think one of the reasons why it is different, again, when I talk about player experience, if let's make this simple, right? If I'm doing a boss fight in Legend of Zelda, okay, I'm going to assume the game hasn't changed that much since my day. You know, I get through the labyrinth, I get to the boss. The fight is constructed so that if I play well, yes, I will take some damage. But if I play well, I will also get the fight down. I sounded like KT1 there. He always does stuff. If I play the fight well, you're done. You've won. You get the sword or the scroll or the whatever, right? And you exit the labyrinth. And you've got food you can cook. You've got hearts in a jar. You've got a jar. You've got the magic potion, like whatever. You drink it, you down it, you cook it, you eat it, whatever, and you move on. And so I think we as players don't mind that because the cost to heal back up is negligible. It was part of the playing the game experience, in fact, in some ways. Right? Like, oh shit, I thought that was the boss. So you can tell how interested in this I am. It was part of the playing game experience was to like have the food along the way. In this game, because it needs to make money off of like transactions, not off of purchasing, I do view unavoidable damage differently. While from a broader, just pure game sense, like if you attended like a game developers conference, I would imagine they would talk about it as like it's not a bad thing. You want to be mindful of it. And I would imagine as those become more sophisticated with these freemium games and pay to win games and free to play games, I would assume they talk about the like creating opportunities to make money without your players feeling like it's cheap. And that's not going to be the same for every player, right? Like even just this conversation where like, obviously we feel differently. Neither of us is wrong. We're just like, this is how it feels to me, right? But that's why in this game, for me, unavoidable damage is not the same as I would take it in, playing Pokemon, and my Pokemon takes damage in the fight. So I can just go to the the Pokemon Center and heal them up, sort of thing. Atuma equals predictable, onslaught, annoying AI. Well, there's also that too. there's also that. To be clear, the last message from me was being critical of onslaught and his oil damage. Oh, thanks, Snoop. Maybe I'll try to go back and read it actually really quick. What did you say, bud? I get what you mean. It's not avoiding damage no matter how skillfully you play. It's making it. Yeah. Okay. I tried to play the game while just watching it out of the corner of my eye. That did not go well. This fight shouldn't take too long. Let's just get it down. Or for onslaught specifically, champs with hit minimization also reduce the amount of neuros. So, yeah, I think I waited too long. Oh no, we got it off. Woo! We got lucky, boys. It's also weird playing without 505 Mystic Dispersion. That's just how I play the game. Like, it is weird to not have it. I feel I've gotten too far into this to feel free to move on. No, but I mean, this is fun. Like, this is what a lot of my streams are, man, is just talking about the game. We all are here because we enjoy the game. And literally, guys, I'm so comfortable with disagreement. It's where when disagreement becomes via tone clear that like you think you're like superior somehow, or I do, or we just shut each other down when it's not a fact. It's like, this is what I enjoy, like that's where I'm like, this isn't helpful. This isn't good. That's not what I'm about. Because like right now I get to learn, like, and this is really important too. Not only is it fun, but I get to learn that, hey, there's a really smart, at least one person of my viewers, and I guarantee it's gonna be more than one, is like, because what I feel like what I'm hearing, Pablo, and you tell me if this is wrong, is I feel like what I'm hearing is, I don't mind these things because I think if I'm smart about how I go about it, I can mitigate it or manage through it. And that's a challenge I'm enjoying. And I think that's kind of cool. And I think if Kabam pulls that off, then that's kind of like what I'm talking about, where I think at these like developer conferences or whatever, they're like, okay, you still can have unavoidable damage, but you need to be really smart about this because you want your engaged players to feel like it's not cheap. And right now, I'm hearing nothing that makes it sound like you think it's cheap. Which to me means Kabam is hitting a big win for you with these sorts of defenders, and that's great. If you're like, dude, that's so far off, what are you smoking over there, man? I want some. You tell me. But that's what I feel like I'm hearing. Like, I learned from these conversations. Y'all aren't telling me to drive a car with my feet. You know what I'm saying? What was the boss? All right. Yeah, I remember thinking Scorpion possibly, but I think we're going to be fine with our Mystic Champions. Like, I wholeheartedly mean this. I think this, like right here, I hope that there was a Kabam employee listening and they're like, this is really good feedback. This is great. Like, Vega's a pretty high-end game player talking with a really smart audience. They're telling him what they enjoy, they don't enjoy from different champions. This is amazing. Let's take this, boys. Like, this is like great market research, basically. But they didn't even volunteer their info. This isn't like people who wanted to give us their info. This is more like we're just getting to listen in on some really smart players with a variety of experiences. Like, if I was running the game, I'd be like, oh shit, this is good stuff. Write this down. Like, and I don't mean what I'm saying. I mean what you all are saying in the conversation. What content am I doing right now? This is 7-1. 7-1. I think we did chapter 1, and now this is chapter 2. So I guess it's 7-2. I love feed drive. I mean, who doesn't like a good foot drive, right, Tobias? Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta do things. You gotta change it up, man. You know, it's like keeping a relationship fresh. I've had my car for a long time. I've successfully gotten from my house to a lot of places. Sometimes I gotta keep it fresh, man. I just take off my shoes and just drive them with feet, man. It's just fun. Pablo, this is exactly what I'm saying, Vega. I love it. Yeah, exactly, man. This is all like an opportunity to learn from each other and have a great conversation. When Onslaught released, I picked up a 3-star from the arena to learn. So, like, you're a really highly involved player. I stupidly refused to do that and decided to complain instead. Both valid. Mine just probably not as productive. I came back to the game around the time Onslaught released, and I didn't think I would ever be able to beat one. And you got him now, Sergio? Let us know if you got him handled, man. I watched a video from Steel on how to dex the SP1. That changed my Onslaught experience forever. I gotta get the SP2 down too. That's part of my my experience here on getting to make Battlegrounds a little bit easier on myself. All right, reach hit the combo. What the hell's gonna happen? Well, whatever. Staggering Beauty. Why is that bad? What do I need to worry about? You're gonna take damage from that? I don't think so. It's just gonna give her her senses, right? I think, if I remember correctly. It's gonna play under her kit somehow. I mean it, guys. I love Doom. I love Doom. Onslaught's my son now? Hell yeah, Sergio. It's awesome, dude. You like tap him on the head when you're done? Good try, man. Tomorrow you might do better. You're not though. We both know I'm still gonna kick your ass. So if this SP2 kills her, I still say, I see no problem with this. I do not, Sahib, I'm sorry. Should we go for the, nah, we'll just go for the one SP1, or the SP2, I mean, or one SP3. Words are hard. Let's Doom Slapper. Yeah! A 60,000 crit from a 6-star on a heavy. Again, I see no problems with this. I don't understand. He's only rank 4. I don't know what Kavam's talking about. I think this is totally fine. I love Doom. I love him so much. Is there a node that's increasing the heavy damage? Okay. Thanks, Chop. As a 44-year-old dad, I appreciate this. Oh, man, Tobias, we got to do it. And, like, oh, I don't know how old your kids are, man. But has there been a day where, like, you could tell your kids got the humor? They didn't necessarily like it. They were like, oh, you're joking. Okay. And I remember I just like, those are such great moments for me when, I mean, it's even better when they make the jokes back themselves. They'll make a joke like that. Both my kids now do that. 21, 13. Yes. All right, cool, man. That's awesome. Both my kids will now at times make that same style of joke back. And I'm just like, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. I gotta sign off, y'all. I gotta get to the rest of life. I am looking, and when I remember, I do like to try to raid someone, but like literally, it's just Barrow doing Battlegrounds right now. And I feel like you don't need me to tell you Barrow is doing Battlegrounds, because you're probably either watching it and this as well, or you were going to head over there immediately. So I'll read a little bit of the chat here because I see some things will come in, and then we'll sign off. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Yeah, Snoops, let's not even pretend that there was a node increasing heavy damage. I don't care. Doom is perfect. Grandmaster coming soon, so you better be ready, my man. We got that. She's gonna be nothing. Chop. Look at her, sticking her neck out like that, skinny ass neck. Love from Kosovo. Kosovo. Thank you very much, Earl. Thanks for being here, buddy. Kosovo. Got it. Yeah, I read it properly the first time, huh? Thanks for being here, bud. I voted for X on your showcase. I have the rank 2660, so I'm curious in a stat class. He's worth the rank up. Go Diaki. Phil, you leave me alone. I did not do this stream so you could harass me into Alliance Quest. I will do. That is funny though. So Professor X was definitely not winning that poll, unfortunately, and I'll keep putting him in there. Here's what I'll say about him, because I think you're 100% correct about this class. I don't think he's holding up as well in the competitive modes. He never was amazing in Battlegrounds because of his slight ramp. In War, my understanding is due to the map changes and some of the newest, baddest defenders, he's not the best. But in questing, dude, he's still so damn good, man. And that's what a lot of it will be. Just shuts off, evade, and miss. Like, he's amazing. And then, of course, the massive damage. You don't need to run with power backs or anything like that. So I think he's still a phenomenal champion. It's just, you know, on the tier list where we talk about here, you can unclick this or you can click that and configure it to how you want. If you unclick the PvP modes, being War and Battlegrounds, he goes to the highest tier. And if you click all of them, he moves to the second tier. So yeah, I think that's what you enjoy. The thing is that, kind of your point about the stat class, there are champions that can do all of them so well now that it's I can see why his popularity has waned, despite I love playing him. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Really appreciate Sergio for the new membership. Michael signed up for membership towards the end of last stream, and I remembered and kept it up because that's what we do around here. We want people to get their credit. My full intention is just to Wednesdays and Fridays, sometime between 11 and 10:30 and 11, start. As we go into summer, that might get harder to pick up, and hopefully I feel better so we don't need to have as many breaks and things like that. Really appreciate y'all hanging out. This is a blast, and we'll continue doing the Vega Prime and the 583. 583 still needs to get the rest of 9.2 done, so we might be doing that on Friday, and the Valiant Gauntlet as well. Nah, you all are the best. I really appreciate it, Sergio. Thanks, Pablo. You all have great ones. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.